Widespread flooding across multiple states claimed the lives of several people over the weekend.
Roads turned into rivers.
Severe flooding continues across the Midwest.
Rain and snowmelt continue to add to the deadly flooding from the Gulf to the Great Lakes.
It is no wonder that we've seen disaster emergencies being declared across multiple counties in multiple states.
Severe storms tore through areas of Tennessee, Arkansas, and Kentucky.
Now, major flood stage, moderate flood stage popping up in a lot of these places from the Gulf all the way up through the Great Lakes. It's the Ohio River and the Mississippi River. Those are the biggest concerns and all the tributaries with it.
The governors of Missouri, Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, and Illinois all made emergency declarations for several counties in their states. We get a little bit of a break from Monday into Tuesday.
So it's very important for you to enjoy the much drier and more pleasant conditions for Monday as well as Tuesday, because Wednesday,
here we go.
All bets are off.
Hello. If you've been watching our forecasts for the last few days or so, I can tell you straight away the message is unchanged.
We know the drill here. Trouble brewing again.
Weather models are indicating a huge Greenland block that could form late next week. And there are indications a system may be forming off the mid-Atlantic coast.
The water is never this high. Only a few more feet, and Cincinnati will be looking at a catastrophic flood event.
Unfortunately, we're going to see some more waves of rain as we go into the coming work weeks.
Wave after wave after wave. With 288 rivers flooding and 231 rivers near flood stage, and a giant storm set to roll through, hitting the exact same areas on Wednesday, and then super bombing out in a semi-hurricane bombogenesis type fashion. This is both a clear and present danger to America and one of the greatest challenges we've faced in a long time. Are we going to be up to the challenge to unite and adapt to these earth weather changes? Or are we just going to let the shitheads continue to tell us that we were just born to fail? All right, let's get ready to dance.
Stay cool. This is a THORNEWS presentation. Hit the button, baby.
Party dance time.
THORNEWS presents.
Again, it goes on and on. That's a problem.
Fair enough.
So, hey.
We've had hundreds of record highs this week. Many of those were all-time records for the month of February.
Overall, Minneapolis, you broke some records. But you saw 6 inches of snow yesterday. That broke the previous record of 4.8 inches.
In Cincinnati, riverside parks and roads are underwater from the ongoing flood from the Ohio River.
Governor Kasich declared a state of emergency in 17 counties in Ohio.
Southern Missouri is also under a state of emergency, with much of the area underwater. The high water levels have shut down bridges and made several streets impassable.
Authorities in Claremont County to the east of Cincinnati say 70 structures have been affected by the high water.
Lake effect snow occurs when cold air moves over a warmer body of open water, and it's common in the Great Lakes region. But this week it made a rare appearance in Oklahoma.
In Indiana, a broken levee brought out the heavy equipment to try to keep the flooding down, but the water was too much.
Louisville, Kentucky on Sunday, so many homes still with substantial water that has gotten in there.
The Public Safety Office reported around 100 calls about vehicles stranded in floodwater.
Evacuations were needed in Arkansas as well. In Michigan, rescuers were using boats or anything they could to get people to safety, with the water reaching dangerous levels.
But also for places further north, we're showing you Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which had several landslides that led to damaged vehicles and road closures.
The Ohio River is at its highest in about 20 years after the wettest February on record in parts of Louisville and Cincinnati, and more rain is to come. Plenty of rivers and tributaries are suffering either at moderate or major flood stage.
And remember that there is going to be another storm system coming in.
And then we are pretty certain that there will be some problematic weather in the coming days.
More snow is on the way. We have a brand new system moving into the west. Big amounts expected, up to a foot of snow in Mount Shasta. Now, this system is going to move off through the middle of the country by the middle of the week, and then off to the northeast by the end of the week. But notice, more rounds are going to start to come back in, and that could make for another widespread
flooding. Places that have been waterlogged, not wanting this. And to the north, well, the air could be cold enough for some more winter weather issues.
But you can see a lot of rain with this system.
Now, nothing is set in stone. These are just possibilities. But this kind of pattern can lead to stormier and colder conditions.
Cold, wintry weather is taking charge across much of Europe through the course of the week ahead.
Cold air that's come all the way from Russia has pretty much engulfed the whole of Europe, the UK, Ireland, and is even now pushing out into the Atlantic. That doesn't happen very often. So yes, some of us early on Monday morning will be waking up to a fresh covering of snow. Disruptive snowfall is expected in the week ahead, and different parts of the country will be getting snow on different days. The snow showers may become relentless across some eastern parts of the country. So through Thursday itself, the weather could really go downhill. And I must stress that across some southern parts of the UK, that low pressure here just lifts northwards and engulfs much of the UK. So all of this here is snowfall, and to the south, we could even have a spell of potentially some freezing rain, which could be even worse. So
then we have more potential for snow at the end of the week.
We're set to see more heavy rain down towards Botswana into eastern parts of South Africa. But big massive cloud, in fact, across central and some southern parts of Brazil. More heavy downpours to come here over the next few days. We'll also have some heavy showers to the east of the Andes down into Argentina, but you can see the heaviest of the downpours right through the central slice of the continent of South America. Heavy showers affecting Rio de Janeiro.
America's getting hit with some wild weather. Europe is getting hit with some wild weather. Asia's getting hit with some wild weather. Spain, you're on the lookout for sure. So you're getting hurricane force winds. It's a situation, y'all. Think for a moment. Is my government trying to distract me from a scary weather situation? Technically, I'm already sick of talking about this storm. In Ireland and the United Kingdom at the same time as you are along the eastern coast from Virginia all the way up to Canada. It's very interesting. I mean, these are wind gusts. We're talking sustained winds in the 40s or 50s and wind gusts in the 80s possibly. I mean, look at that. See how the tail of it extends backwards? You're talking about a wind event that starts on Friday with wind gusts of 50 to 60 to 70 to 80 miles an hour and ends somewhere on Sunday or Monday. And this is it, astronomical high tide, and this whole part of America is flooded. You got a bunch of water waves pushing in. That was the European. Now take a look at this is the GFS. So yeah, it's definitely time for people to put aside their differences and find common ground so we can agree to find higher ground. United we stand, but divided we fall and drowned with severely wind-blown hair. See, this has wind gusts of 75 miles an hour. And this had it starting on Thursday and the wind event leaving on Saturday. I know everything about it, the shape, it just seems real weird, man. So New York, please take this seriously. America, please take this seriously. It's a pretty bad situation, man. And I'm not scared of the situation. We can adapt to it if we come together. What I'm scared of is the present attitude of my fellow Americans. You got over 100 million people in danger over the next week. It's 4 days to prepare. I highly suggest we change our ways and get to it. And please remember, THORNEWS is a publicly funded YouTube channel. So to help keep up my Herculean efforts, donations to my PayPal or my P.O. box are greatly appreciated. The descriptions are in the information box of this video. Thank you to everybody for being awake and aware. Don't be scared. Be prepared, and help me, help us all, get over this hurdle of anger and displaced aggression we all seem to be dealing with. All right, stay cool. God bless everyone. Talk to y'all soon.
Look up, you never know what you'll see.
Oh, hello, hi.
Oh. Look up, you never know what you'll see.
Then all of a sudden, bumpity bump, and we're now sitting off in the weeds at the end of the runway.
I don't know if you should be happy about that or if you should be kind of upset about it.
We went up to the second floor and you could just hear the water pouring in the basement. And I'm thinking, what is going on now? And I tried to find it on all the news channels. Nobody knew. And so I told him, I said, we need to go.
Officials encouraged residents to stay away from flooded areas with roads turned into rivers.
Which, as you can see, these rainfall estimates past couple of days quite intense for many spots.
This has been punishing rain that we have seen over the past week or so, and more is to come.
Well, here's the good news.
It's main event time.
Weather is weird, that is perfectly clear.
Does it feel like the weather has just been really weird this year?
This is a Thor News presentation. Are you cool? Because I'm going to be dropping some hard Thor News science upon you.